Welcome to the Attentive Mind. This is a daily guided meditation practice for both new and experienced practitioners. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find a position that is both sturdy and comfortable. You want to be comfortable because that alleviates the problem of being distracted by our body during the practice. Sometimes during the practice, you're sitting on your foot or your back's in a strange way. It develops a little pain, which can just be a distraction. So to alleviate it, find something comfortable where you feel like you can sit for the next 20 minutes without needing to move and shift. You also want to find and turn a sense of groundedness, a sense of stability, because that gives us a sense of being here. It gives the body and the mind this indication that we're just here and now, and it's an assistance for being present. Sitting in a chair works. You can lie down if you need to, just don't fall asleep. Or, of course, you can sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice, but really it's an option. If you prefer to close your eyes during the practice, go ahead and do that. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you. Maybe just looking at the floor or the desk, or whatever is just below you. We're not staring at a particular spot in the floor, and we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly, yet clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly, yet clearly downwards. Notice what's here right now, and notice if you feel some sort of resistance to this moment. And resistance can show up in a few ways. A stark rejection of maybe a body sensation or a sound or a situation, or maybe even a striving for the future, an anticipation that we can't just be here right now, we got things to do. And just notice this within you, this need to get somewhere, this need to use this moment for something better, which isn't here right now. And see if you can just turn it around. See if you can just let go of these guards and these opinions. Just open up and allow everything to be exactly as it already is, here and now. for no reason at all. Just this moment, allowing it to be. Noticing sounds, body sensations, emotions, just this. Find the breath. Notice this gentle rhythm, the gentle rising and falling of breathing itself. Let this be your anchor to the present moment. See if you can just follow the breath without being distracted by this next thought. And I'm probably catching you thinking right now. Amazing how we can just forget the task so quickly because our thoughts want to plan, think about our desires, and remember things. But this is okay. So when you notice that you're lost in thought, gently return to the anchor. Without effort, gently return to the breath, allowing everything to happen. And do this again and again. Don't judge yourself. Don't try to be perfect. Just return to breathing, rising and falling. And we're just going to come back to the breath again. Let thinking think what it wants to. Just return to breathing. Thoughts don't have to be quiet. We notice the breath as thinking happens. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Return to the breath gently, rising and falling. Notice how it feels, but somehow you're above your breath, looking down at it from a place above. But somehow you exist more behind your eyes and in between your ears than you do in your foot. There seems to be a center. And see if you can manage to just drop this center, this thing, this feeling of me to the breath itself. Leave the head alone. And instead, notice the breath from the breath. Let the breath be where you notice the breath. In other words, the breath notices itself, not from a situation in the head. And if there's no center in the head, then what are you? What sits here? You think you know, but before thinking arises, what are you? What hears this voice? What notices breathing? And if you don't understand, wonderful. Stay there and completely rest. All right, you can look at the screen. You know, there's a Hindu cosmology where what existence essentially is like a play, a drama, and that us and all phenomena are God pretending to be what it is. The Brahman or the Brahma is everything, but pretends not to be. And you can almost think of this, Alan Watts would point this out, that he does this, or God does this for the joy of it. For instance, let's say if you had an ability to dream anything you wanted to dream, you say you can go to bed at night and dream, say, 70 years of time in one dream. And in the beginning, we satisfy all of our desires. Everything you can imagine you do. But after 70 years of that every night, you get kind of bored. So you want something uneasy to happen, something unexpected to happen, just to get the flare up, to get the spice going, something interesting. Because it wouldn't be so fun when you wake up. It was all a dream. So if you had this ability to do this dream, you keep dreaming crazy things like saving princesses from dragons and doing adventures. But then that's not enough because you're going to wake up. So the ultimate dream we dream is forgetting that we're dreaming. And this is the idea of the Godhead in Hinduism. The God dreams such a dream as to forget that he is dreaming. Because that's the ultimate. When you wake up from the dream, like, oh. So there's a certain truth to this. Not that we're all God, not that the Hindu cosmology is correct, but in the analogy, if we keep pushing this dream and going farther and farther out and completely forgetting dreaming, you'll dream the exact moment you're living now. With everything going on in your life, all the problems you have to solve, watching this video, trying to figure it all out right here. And that's the idea that has a lot of use, because this dream that we dream of being a person, of being an entity, a separate thing in the world, is created by mere thinking. And until we wake up to this, we won't know what we are. We won't be what we are. We're always trying to be something. We're not just being what we are. And it's funny, the word person means mask. It comes from the Greco-Roman plays, persona, that which air passes through. And these are Greco-Roman masks that were used in plays. They had megaphones so so the voice would be pronounced louder. So when you say you're a real person, you're just talking about your mask. It's coincidental. But there's a reality to it. When you wake up from thinking, you wake up from all of this. This whole thing of my life, my problems, my worries, because you're right here. Just this. You're not something that's thinking, that's an idea. So just come back and be what you are. Take off the mask.